Hello, Professor. Welcome back to Ukraine.
Thank you, Pastor Sandey. It's my pleasure to be back. I'm fantastic.
You know me.
Yes.
And you know I'm always embattled, yes. Battle ready and engaged all the time, fighting one war or the other.
Of course.
Recently, the reason I want to do this interview with you is because recently I was watching a video I saw on on Facebook. And in the video, I'm used to seeing people spraying money. Yes. But this time what got me was that these people were spraying money, and then the singer, the entertainer, was singing their praises, and at a point he began to sing in Yoruba language that let's sing about our club, our party. And they started singing about APC. That is the party in power right now. And they started saying, so when they started singing about APC, they brought a whole tray of money, US dollars, Nigerian naira, and started throwing in the air. And I said, wow. And then they started calling their names and mentioning their positions. But they were so lucky because the following week when I actually took the link, when I tried to go back to it the following week, they removed it. Because they were naming the chairman of one local government, the chairman of another local government, and when they named them, they come back with a box load of money. Chairmen of local governments, spraying to musicians, to people. These are chairmen. What are chairmen of local government supposed to be doing with the money they have? Are they supposed to throw them out in the air? And the roads are not built, schools are not built.
Hospitals are not equipped.
You live in Nigeria now. What do you see? Do you run into it? Do you see it sometimes? Is it still an ongoing practice, the act of money spray?
First of all, thank you. It's always good coming back to Ukraine. And one of the things I appreciate about you is that you don't see an issue and keep quiet. And I thank God that we are learning from you. The issue of spraying money, there's a proverb that says that what fathers do in moderation, children will do it in excess. They may have done it just as a way of expressing joy and delight for giving away their daughters. But this current generation has taken it out of proportion.
Some do it now at
burials,
funeral services,
everything. And what's so terrible about it is that, first of all, it has impact in economic development.
How?
Well, first of all, it does not promote a savings culture. Two of the cultures or two of the nations that have developed in recent time from a third world nation to a first world nation, Israel and Singapore, both of them promoted a savings culture. In fact, Singapore deliberately taught their people to save as much as 40 to 45% of their salaries every year, every month. And out of that, they developed a savings scheme that helped them to each to own a home. So an average individual in Singapore owns a home, and those homes appreciate. Therefore, it is the fastest way now to create millionaires in Singapore. Now, instead of us creating and helping our people to develop a savings culture, rather we are tolerating this ISO mentality, this make and eat and finish everything because tomorrow it will come. Now oil has plummeted. Many of these people spraying money tomorrow will be hungry because they didn't save it.
Or their children.
Or their children. But worse still, they give our people the impression that money making is easy. You don't earn it through sweat. You earn it through people giving it to you for free. To the extent that you can go to the village now and give somebody money, as I did recently, and he looked at my money and said, "Is that all you will give me?" Another chased me, and I told him I don't have money. You know what he said to me? You are a wicked man.
Why?
I said, why would I give you my money
What I
free?
don't, even what I don't.
You didn't provide any goods or services. So it has a detrimental effect to our culture. Number one, it promotes laziness and encourages people to think that money is easy to get by. Secondly, those people that do it, many of them did not really sweat for it. It's money they got out of.
But what pissed me off is the fact that many of those people are government officials, and they are not ashamed to come forward, throwing in the air money, holding government officials. I mean, elective positions, local government chairmen, senators, House of Representative members. Where do they get the money from? Is that not the reason why Nigerians are crying and saying the Senate must reduce their budget, and especially now with austerity hitting Nigeria without oil money? But the roads are not fixed.
I think that's why this movement, asking the president, being the leader of the party for change, that's why this movement.
I see members of that same party doing this.
They should start from within to clean the house. Such thing must not be. Actually, it gives a bad impression and a bad image to the hard and hard-working effort of the president. Therefore, I totally support this for the Mr. President. Among other good things he's doing, they must address this culture that promotes laziness, that actually denigrate the people. Because you can see couples, and I'm sure they will show this video even as we are interviewing. You see people sitting there and they're spraying money over them, which is actually making a statement that money is more important than people. You know, and not to even forget the fact that you're denigrating the currency and trampling upon it. But
I mean, on the floor, people walking on it.
But Sandei, it goes back to, you know, I'm reading your book, The Nigerian Leadership Question. It's a fantastic book, and I can't wait for its release. It goes back to what you're saying.
God, help Nigeria.
When the culture
I am so
is
troubled.
warped,
oh Jesus,
when the value system is warped,
Jesus.
when the value system
Jesus.
does not promote diligence, does not promote responsibility, does not promote ownership of issues, and keep ascribing to a very few almost the authority of God, because that's what that basically means. I have money, therefore I'm God.
Like mammon is my God.
Money is my God. And masses troop to that, not knowing they are trooping to their destruction.
Jesus,
they are becoming more and more dependent. They are selling their minds, they are selling their spirits, they are selling everything that makes them unique. And they're basically saying, unless you feed me, I will not succeed. And so we have enslaved our masses. That's why we must continue to train, as we're doing in the Institute. We must begin to reorient the mindset of our people. And
if you do that in public, like this, some people in that video, some are doing it in open here.
Yes.
Yes. If you do that in UK, openly.
You'll be arrested.
Yes, or in the US, openly, like that, in the street. You'll be questioned at least.
Of course. Where's the source of your money?
Yes.
Where's the source of your money? You know? So I support the movement, and I would really want to encourage.
Could that be one of the things that could lead to people trying to push drugs? You know,
of course.
So that they could display?
Not just drugs. It leads to what it says, that the people who are respected at the local level are the people that have the ability to spray money.
To display.
Therefore, to every young person growing up, the message is, unless you have money, you will not be recognized. Therefore, you make money by any means, hook or crook, either by drug trafficking or selling fake materials, or by corruption, exaggerating contracts, or by whichever means. And not only that,
so greed in the society
of course. And it's rewarded. The local chiefs will now give you a title. Of the rider. They'll give you a title such as the rider of an elephant. So it's like you're the one that rides on an elephant.
You are the big guy.
You are the big guy. So if you were little, what would you pursue? You know? So there needs to be a rigorous reorientation program.
So modesty should also be encouraged in our society.
Of course, of course. One of the things I like about the Jewish culture, if you have read the book, The Jewish Phenomenon, why they are so successful, only 1.8% of American population
is Jewish.
Yet they control the economy. And one of the reasons they have
one-fourth of the economy.
Yes, almost 25% of American economy is controlled by 1.8%. Why? Their culture promotes savings. They are selectively extravagant, but prudently frugal. What does that mean? Anything that will promote the community, promote the interests of the community, they will give generously to it.
Okay.
But to come and spray money, they will never do that.
No, I think the spraying of money is making a statement that I am somebody, I've arrived.
Yes.
Why don't you go and build a school, tar a road, and put your name?
Exactly.
Do something for the society.
That's lasting. So I think I actually see it as part of the Esau mentality, the mentality of deriving the joy here and now, not delayed gratification.
Immediate gratification.
Immediate gratification. The fact I'm being called a name, the fact that I'm the center of attention, not knowing there are other things you can do, and you receive attention for life.
Not just for 5 minutes.
Even long after you're gone, your name will be mentioned on a daily basis.
But really, do you know that our people are not really wealthy?
They're not.
People that are wealthy, there are nations that are really wealthy. We're a poor country, really. And the number of millionaires in Nigeria is nothing compared to the number of millionaires in America or in Russia or in Europe or in England. But you will not even tell. You will not be able to tell in those countries. There are so many millionaires. And we are still poor because since the majority of our people are poor, we are all poor.
Of course.
You are not wealthy, you are not rich if your environment is poor. Because your environment is the reflection of who you are. It makes a statement about you. So if you cannot affect your environment to do well, and you are ostentatiously spraying money left and right like that, then you are actually, degrading, dehumanizing human beings.
You always teach, one of the quotes you use all the time is that a nation is not wealthy by the virtue of their wealth,
yes,
but by the wealth of their virtue.
So we are not rich in virtues.
We need to teach our people to realize that true richness is not material things.
Wow.
It is the value you carry, which reflects in your environment. But they have grown up, I'm sorry to say, with that has been modeled. So a generation needs to be raised.
But it's getting worse. Just like you said, what the father does in modesty, the son will do in...
Makes sense. And I'm sorry to say, it got worse in the 80s and 90s when a certain type of people were promoted people, the 419ers,
Oh, okay.
were the ones favored now. The emphasis shifted from value to material wealth, from merit to display, from inner value to outer value.
Oh.
And in that, the value system of the society was totally reversed. That if you now take a poll, an average young person will tell you that their goal in life is to make money and be rich.
Not to add value to the society.
Not to add value, not to make impact, not to be like a Martin Luther King Jr., not to be like a Nelson Mandela. No, but to be a Dangote, to be that figure that's prominently featured, that's giving away money, drawing attention. And unfortunately, many of our government officials are caught up in that ecstasy. I call it ecstasy of popularity, of being drunk in attention, getting attention. That
but
you're
this
not
is in a country where people live on less than $2 on average.
Well, that's true. And mind you, is that wealth disparity.
Okay.
The few that has it uses that money to win the popularity of those who don't, because they have not been taught that they have the skills and they have the talent that needs to be developed to be like them. No.
So it's now becoming money has become an instrument of oppression,
of course,
rather than liberation.
Of course. And it's not just unique to Nigeria, by the way. It's a global trend.
Is it not a surprising thing to you that I will come up with an initiative like this? Or you know me so well now?
No, it's not, because you have taught us over the years that, what happened is that you were watching a video.
Yes.
And you saw a problem.
No, I couldn't just be quiet about it.
To have ignored it,
no, it would have
is to have deferred it to somebody else to solve.
It would have been denying myself my values.
Exactly. But that's because you have a sense of responsibility. That if I see a problem, I represent God,
yes.
Therefore I am the solution.
Bringing solution.
But an average person doesn't think that way. They will say, let's find somebody who would
that next somebody could be in the next 100 years.
Of course. Or never.
Or never.
And the problem you don't address gets worse. What you confront diminishes. What you tolerate grows.
You, yeah.
That's it.
Do you think? Who do you think we should address with this? We should direct this campaign at? Is it the National Assembly or the President?
I think so. I think you start with both actually, because you need to sensitize both. But it's the National Assembly, which, by the way, the current National Assembly leadership is a very responsible leadership.
But everybody is criticizing that Saraki is the president of the Senate.
But
he's in court and
yes, but of course they have their issues. But the one I know for sure that has enjoyed popularity is the Speaker of the House.
Okay.
So we can package this video actually.
Okay.
And if we can collect the petition from Nigerians and actually get their signatures, and we present it and said, this is especially the video depicting APC leadership, the very flag bearer of change.
Unbelievable.
That it will receive very quick attention, because it tells them that our flag and our conduct are not in agreement. And I believe we should do that.
And this is the best time to really raise that.
I think so. Now that scarcity is on ground. I think so. But I pray that everyone who is listening to this, well, first of all, individually stop the practice. It's undignifying.
No.
It promotes the wrong value.
Yes.
It makes people, it
It's
promotes
not
the wrong culture.
dehumanizing people, you know,
Yes.
our people.
Yes.
Because somebody is in Nigeria right there, hungry, who couldn't go to bed with their stomach filled. At the same time, maybe not one, maybe there are thousands of them.
Many.
Maybe there are millions of Nigerians.
Many.
Then some other Nigerians.
Are spraying money. It's not even Naira.
US dollars.
Where did
It's
you
an
get
insult.
it? Where did you get it?
Okay, we don't make that.
You don't make dollars. So where did you get it? To now brag with somebody's currency, which is even saying that my currency is inferior. But to show you how superior I am, I'm even spraying, quote unquote, a superior currency, which tells you how powerful I am.
Oh God,
we have gone, I mean...
Oh God, have mercy. Oh God, have mercy.
We have crossed all boundaries
of
decency, of an understanding of who we are. And in that, we are demonstrating utter foolishness. And yet, our young people are copying this lifestyle.
Do you think anybody will even pay attention to this?
I think so. I think so. But we need to, God has to help us to organize it, as I say. We need to collect petition. Everyone, we need to set up a site where people can go and sign up. And if we present it, and I'm sure the leadership will pay attention to it, especially in this season of austerity. Yes. But in all fairness, though, that's just one of many problems we have to address. So we need to find champions that will drive that while we are
facing other
issues. But yeah, it's good.
I think the hands of the president is full, really. The hands are full right now with so many issues. But this has to be addressed too.
It has to be.
Prof.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. Let's join the campaign. Let's join that initiative. Let's get rid of ostentatious lifestyle in our society. Let's teach our people modesty. And let's use that money for something more productive, something that will transform our communities, our people's lives, that will give our nation and Nigerians a more dignified lifestyle, especially poor Nigerians in villages, in communities where they cannot even afford to go to school. Let's direct that wealth, or that amount of money that have been sprayed and thrown into the air. Let's take it to them. Let's improve the living standard of our people. Let's be more humane. Let's be more Christ-like. Let's demonstrate love to our fellow human beings. I mean, these are fellow Nigerians. Please, let's do something about this campaign. Let's stop money spraying in Nigeria.